Hi, out in the orchard today, I saw a fire blight strike that had burned into the trunk of a tree, and I can't find that strike. So I'm walking through, and something caught out of the corner of my eye, and suddenly I saw this. Now, one of the hints is you'll see all the scion growth below it, because there's something wrong with the tree above it, so the tree's trying to save itself. Good idea. But if we're looking closely, and I'm going to zoom in real nice and slow, no, I can't really, but you can see I've got a really bad strike in the trunk. I don't know. I don't know if I can really save the tree. I'm going to crawl in here in the frame, maybe. I don't know. And I was talking with a friend last night about what do we do with these stupid things. And one suggestion that we both agreed was probably not a bad idea is, you've got this mortally wounded section here. It's probably bad down to here. So if we do a cut from there to there and take these pieces of wood and start tucking them in, we might be able to bridge graft the tree using pre-existing wood. So you're not having to tuck, you only have one end to fail rather than hoping that both ends work. It's I've never done this sort of thing before. It falls into that category. I mean, I got problems all the way back down here. Talking to Dr. Carrie Peter at Penn State University, Biglerville, she strongly recommended a paste of Actigard with a penetrant surfactant such as Regulade, or I think it's Li-700 or whatnot. I have a non-ionic surfactant. I don't have either one of those, but I also don't have a lot of time. This tree's got fruit on it that might motivate these to heal faster. I don't know. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so this is not good. If you ever see this on a tree, that's not good. And I'm going to try, I've got this really nice one down here. I've got some really nice scion volunteers here that just might do the trick. Now if I go down further, well, forget that. This was G41 and it's brittle. So I was going to say I could take something from below the graft union, but I guess not. So it's going to be a scion to scion fix. And that's all I got. So I'm not going to leave the camera here in the sun, but I'm going to see if I've got enough stuff to make it work. I have copper. If all else fails, I can put copper on it. I have to do something. All right, that's it for now. Bye-bye. I'm going to girdle it from here to here. It might not be enough, but the thing is, I need this material here to bridge up above and to try and insert up here. It is late August. It's the wrong time of year to be doing something stupid like this, but this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to bring you in and out every now and then and just hang with me, okay? Okay, you can see I've girdled it, okay? If I don't do something, this tree will die. I've girdled it. You can see how deep that canker went into the wood here. Fortunately, I have cut back. There's really no vascular left here. So this is heartwood. It's not really carrying the pathogen around. So I'm going to, first of all, I brought, this is just a standard craft utility knife, whatever. I should have brought a budding knife with me. It's too late now. But a budding knife is the right tool for doing a T, cutting open a T and slipping in this wood from beneath it. All right, so far, just to let you see this, I've cut this so I can slip it up into here. I split it and I've scraped away some of the outer layers so I have mostly living cambium cells exposed. And if I don't break it, I've got to fold this back. This really isn't the time of year to be doing this, but the wood's lifting. Yeah, the wood lifted. And I'm going to... I've slipped it in there. Is it great? No. Is it good? Not really. Is it done? Pretty much. So, no, it's too long. It's too long. Yes, I sanitized my Felcos. I'm going to cut it back a little bit. I'm going to scrape this bud off that's kind of in the way. It's like a test pilot calling out procedure. All right. I can see in here, I'm pulling out that and I'm trying to get the wood in there. This tree is either going to make it or it's doomed with me as a doctor. Got too much going on down here, folks. This is why you have surgical assistants, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, I see cambium in there. Come on, give me some flow. I do not want this drying out. It probably has dried out too much already. I do not have parafilm with me. Here I am. Here we go. What I have got is flagging tape. I'm going to flag it. I'm going to wrap it, and go on to do the next one. And again, all of this is very much a kludge. I kind of wonder if, a shot of gibberellic acid or any other plant growth hormone might be called for. I didn't think of that before I left because I've got some tablets. I have rooting compound tablets in the house. Might have been a good idea, Al. Yeah, well, win some, you lose some. So I'm just trying to wrap this up poorly. Duct tape would have worked better. Electrical tape would be working better right now. Okay, and I'm also just going to fold this guy down here to try and keep an air gap out. How am I going to tie a knot in it? I don't know. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's just a real... That's why this limb was put here. In the world of natural selection, we have knotting limbs. So you can tie... Oh, geez. If you know how to tie a knot, you can tie a lot. All right? Okay, clove hitch. There we go. All right, so one down. So far, so good. I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, making a T-cut right here. It does fold open. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. If you try this at home, you do it at the peril of your own trees. All right. See, I already lifted that. Anyway, I've cut this piece from down below. I'm bringing it up here. I'm cutting the bud out. And then I'm trying to scrape off the, call it the epidermis. It's not bark yet. It's got a name. I'm too tired to remember. All right. And I'm going to make it thin. Just a little thinner. Without taking my finger off. Alright. So there. And I'm going to slip this into that little wound I've created in the bark as best I can. It's not going in easily. I don't want this to dry out. The tree's probably crying. I'm going to make this a little bit longer, and hopefully that will make the flaps a little bit easier to work with. And see the tip of this blade underneath the wood. There we go. I bet people who do this for a living are really good and fast. And are cringing while they watch me. Alright, so I got that piece in there. I'm doing everything I can to hold that in place at the same time. Oh, I wish I had someone who knew what they were doing. Eliza Greenman, where are you? You know about this. Won't it be cool if this works? Won't it not be surprising if it doesn't? Alright. And I'm going to come down here again, just a little bit, relieve the strain. Come back to the knotting limb. Round turn. Clove hitch. Okay, that's the second one. I'm going for 3. Okay, this kind of looks like a small child working on a doll. I have no idea if it's going to work, but next step. Next step is recommended is the Actigard to help fight off infection. Now, copper probably is not a good idea because now I got an open wound. The copper is a biocide, and as a biocide, it would just, you know, kill everything, including the new cells that I want to regenerate. Let's see if that's louder. I hope it is. Okay, I can't see squat. Anyway, so I've got some Actigard in here. I made up a solution of a non-ionic surfactant. The 80-20. It says nothing about it being a penetrant or whatnot, although it's recommended for use for herbicides and fungicides and things like that. They're not making any claims. Okay, I'm for that. So I'm going to be painting this lower section down here where I've got an open wound. I'm going to be painting this section of the trunk, and I'm painting up and above all the exposed wood with the idea that if they're, you know, if you believe in deity, some of it will get into the tree. Now, I don't have much Actigard left, so I have my Harbor Freight brush still in its packaging. It's kind of hurt. Oh, by the way, when I split up here, definitely you want a budding knife. I ended up using my dual-purpose screwdriver from out of the utility vehicle because I needed something blunt to open up and lift the cambium. So you want a budding knife for this. This is good, but not as good as a budding knife for actually cutting the wood, but you need something made for it, okay? So, cup. I'm dumping in a vague quantity of Actigard. it looks like, oh, $30 worth. You know, whatever. I got a stupid a pipette here, and it's a like a 10 milliliter pipette, disposable, and I'm stirring now. And I wouldn't really call it a paste right now. Call it more of a milkshake. I'm just going to go slapping this around on other canker wounds that I see on other trees because it's too darn expensive. So, hopefully I won't kick that over. Get in there, Actigard. I'm really looking forward to the comments that people put on this. Travesty of surgery. And then I'm going to go up here. And because it's supposed to penetrate, hey, do it. Get in there. Yeah, I would really prefer, in hindsight, I should have mixed some rooting hormone in with this, just to help it, you know, get kick-started for growing. Okay, your guess is as good as mine. I am going to top this tree. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit, just to reduce the load on these guys here, because, you know, I can do without 6 pieces of fruit. I'm fine. Or maybe I won't top it. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. All right. I hope you find this interesting. Yes, there will be a follow-on video later about whether it worked or not. The one thing I have confidence in is that these scion down here below are probably going to keep growing. So if the tree ends up being a loss, this lower section is not a loss, and I will be able to recover a tree. This was just a Island of Dr. Moreau experiment. Again, the one thing I like about this is by using actively growing wood on the tree below where I put it in, and then bridging with that actively growing wood, I really can't think of a better wood that I could have used. All right, I'm tired. Please have a good day. Be kind to each other. Bye-bye.